Hey, it's Tim, and today is October 13th, 2025. It's Monday, and I'm here at Imperial Beach, California. I'm embarrassed. I've never been here. I've lived in San Diego for 53, almost 54 years, as my birthday is less than a month away, and I've never been to the public beach here at Imperial Beach. And so that's what we're doing today. I was down here in this area, and so I thought, hey, like I say all the time, we're gonna try to make a video wherever we are. Wherever we are, that's where wise man once said, wherever you go, there you are. And so today I'm in Imperial Beach. And I parked in this little parking lot. I pulled up, let me just show you real quick. This is like the only public beach where you can pull up. Of course, it is Monday. And there's a small lot here, and there's ample parking. Ample parking, and you gotta pay $2 to park here. And a salty old gentleman who was very friendly and very nice, he just looked salty, came over and had a little plastic box, and he had what looked like the correct credentials, collected my $2 and said, enjoy your day. You can park here all day if you like. Now it's almost 3:30 in the afternoon, and I thought, well, all day, what's that, till tomorrow at this time? I'm not gonna stay here that long, but anyway, it was $2. He took my, it's one of those things where you're thinking, well, if it was some kid with a skateboard, I probably wouldn't have given him my money, or some guy that looked homeless, I probably wouldn't have given him my money. I probably would have said, dude, I don't think you're the real guy. You're the right guy, the real guy. But this guy seemed like the real deal. So what we're gonna do today is just go walk around. It's a real small little community right here. We're right on the beach. There's a fantastic pier here that is right over here. Let me see. That's the pier over there. We're gonna walk out on the pier, and we're gonna go just do a little tour of this little public beach area here in Imperial Beach. So, you coming? That's where I parked. My white car over there. It's got ladders all strapped to the roof. And this is the cute little parking lot. And this right here is the little public beach area. We're just gonna walk around a little bit. Everything looks kind of neat here. It's different. It's a little bit different everywhere than what I'm used to. They've got a nice sandy pit here. I don't know exactly what you would do. It's just a place to walk through. They've landscaped everything, and they've got these cool starfish and seashell type anti-skateboard grinding and rail slide deterrents all over the wall. But there's enough room if you want to sit there. You could go ahead and sit there, but no skating. You're not going to want to skate on there. I think that's what those are for. Also, everything down here is in the shape of surfboards. Look at this. These are signs telling you can go to Cowabunga, Micro Ice Creamery and Espresso, Sounds of the Beach t-shirts, sunglasses, IB bikes, where you can rent a bike. And it also lets us know that we are in Imperial Beach. This is the Port of San Diego, Imperial Beach Fishing Pier. We're gonna walk out there. Some other signs here telling us what's around. This bench is made of a surf. It's not really a surfboard, just painted like a surfboard. Some construction happening over there. Down the street, this is called Seacoast Boulevard. Now all the other, this is south. We are south of downtown San Diego. The other beaches I always go to are the north side. This is probably the only public beach, public beach area and pier that is south of San Diego. We're almost Mexico. In fact, a lot of times you have to close the beach down here, the public beach area, to swimming because of the Tijuana River. That's Mexico. Mexico has a very poor and sad state-of-the-art sewage treatment facility, and so it overflows all the time into the ocean, and kind of currents take it up here, and it contaminates the beaches. It's unfortunate about this area here, but really nice. Look at how big this is, and beautiful. And because it's Monday, there's nobody here. I mean, it's not crowded overly. So we walk towards the ocean, and this is the Imperial Beach Pier, which often is damaged when we have big storms. And it looks like out at the very end, there's some kind of structure. We're gonna go check it out. Now this pier doesn't have any roller coasters or bumper cars or anything like that on it. Over there they've got Sounds of the Beach t-shirts, sunglasses. There's a coffee and ice cream place. We might get a coffee. That would be kind of nice to have a coffee as we walk out onto the pier. We'll walk over here. There's not like a huge boardwalk or anything here. But you know what else is neat? This whole area, well, we'll look at that in a minute, but the beach, the water's just like literally right there. And I think the tide's up a little bit right now. But I bet sometimes the water comes up to here when we have big storms. They've got this wall shaped like a seawall where the water would hit it and curve back around instead of kind of coming over. It diverts the water back towards the ocean from whence it came. Let's walk over here. They've got a picnic area for picnicking. Lifeguard station. Yeah, there's really no boardwalk. But there's a lot of houses right here on the shore. The shoreline. The seashore. You can look right down there. Look at that. Yeah, lots of houses right on the seashore. A lifeguard station, tower, and palm trees. What else says Southern California better? Now, should you have any hot coals, you're going to want to put them in here. This is where your hot coals go. Not over there. That's the trash. If you put your hot coals in there, there'll be a fire. Let's walk over to the pier. We're going to walk down the pier. Actually, I don't know if I want a coffee or not. I'll think about it as I walk from here to there. There's some kids playing on the monkey bars over here, the exercise equipment. There's a big grassy area where you can play some frisbee. Hey, look, frisbee, far out. This is a nice area. Look, there was rocks here. I wonder if these rocks were here and they're like, we can't move those rocks. We're just gonna leave them there, just pour concrete, or if they actually placed these rocks here. Like somebody said, hey, I got these big rocks. And I think they would look good. Maybe they were drawn on the architectural drawings and they had to go find rocks at exactly the right shape that matched the drawings. And this is what they found. So that's what they placed here. Hey, there's me. Hi. All right, I think yeah, we're gonna get a coffee and walk out onto the pier right there. I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I just got a coffee. I got a latte, a cafe latte here at the Cowabunga. What's it called? Whoa. Runners just went running by. It's called the Cowabunga coffee ice cream place. Cheers for afternoon coffee. All right, let's walk out on the pier. The Imperial Beach Pier, according to this sign, if I can get the sun out of the shot, is 1,490 feet or 452.2 meters. So we got to go about 1,490 feet to reach the end of the pier, which is out there, which should be no problem at all. Look at these birds down here. Hello, birds. These are pigeons. These are pigeons. Okay, let's walk out. The pier is made of wood, as you can see under my feet. Oh, look at this sign with a little bit of inspiration. Tells us that 7 days without surfing makes 1 week. I get it. You know, by the way, I thought about that for a moment. I'm not that quick. I had to think about it for a minute before I said it. I saw it. I saw the sign, and I had to think about it real quick to make sure I knew what it meant. High tides and good vibes. Port of San Diego experiences, Imperial Beach. Let's walk out on the pier. I'm glad you're here today. Hey, sunsets for days, baby. Look at these very unique and creative signs. Oh, how about this one over here? This is good. This one says, real girls fish. I wonder what that little building is out on the end. We're gonna find out. Might be kind of loud too, sorry about that. Ooh. My coffee latte seems to be a little warm on my hand. So I have not taken a sip of it yet, just yet. but I'm gonna give it a go. Hot! Hot coffee! Actually, it's a latte. Is that still a coffee? I think it is. All right, we're walking out. Beautiful scenery. And right here, I believe that there would be no bad views ever from right here. This is very pretty. What a horrible place to live. Horrible. I turned around and looked back because the sun, although it looks pretty on the water right there, is kind of messing up the shots, but it looks much better. Shining onto this weird light. They've got a lifeguard tower about halfway out on the pier here. And this is kind of where everybody starts to fish. There's lots of fishing going on here. Out here on the fishing pier. Guys and gals, and there's kids over there fishing. I love that. We're also kind of going uphill now. The pier has a little bit of an uphill drift as we walk this way. We're walking west, by the way. We're headed west. If your TV or your computer or your phone is not giving you appropriate compass headings, we're going west. And the way I know that is because I'm on the west coast and I'm headed out towards the water. And we're beyond the waves, the shore break. We're past the shore break. Past the shore break at this point. Look, they've even got like sinks and stuff here if you want to brush your teeth or wash your hands or something. Do a quick wipe down if you're hot and sweaty or something. It could be for fishing, I don't know. Oh look, they've even got a thing right here so if you catch a fish, you can line it up and the numbers will tell you how big your catch is, making sure it's legal, etc. Oh, they got holders right here. You can put your fishing pole in there. Salt in the air, sand in my hair. This is cool. I've never been out here. I like being a tourist in your own city. When you go places you've never been, you gotta go outside. You gotta go walk around. You gotta drive around your city, wherever you are. I talked to my aunt today. She's 82, I think. 82, and lives in a little tiny town called Emporia, Kansas. Emporia, Kansas, a little teeny tiny place just north of Wichita and south of Topeka. And it's tiny. It's a tiny little place. And it's fun to go visit there because they don't have this. They don't have anything like this. That's Mexico right there. That hill slope back there in the back of the shot there. If you can see that far back that's Mexico. But yeah, they don't have anything like this in Emporia, Kansas. But they've got trees and rivers and flat tundras. And hey, there's a bathroom out here. As long as there have been surfing, there's always been the quest for the perfect wave. Is that true? As long as there's been surfing, there's always been the quest for the perfect wave. Is that true, Mr. Pigeon? How about you, other pigeon? Hey, that pigeon's got furry feet. Hold on a second. Are his feet furry? He's got like furry ankles. That's weird. Furry ankles on a pigeon. He's set up for winter. Ooh. I'm not going to tell you that that's not a little spooky. Right here where I'm at. Right here at the end. I'm out here at the edge of where there's like water on your right, the pier structure, and water on the left. It's pretty deep right here. We are out pretty far. And it's kind of neat. You can see the structure of the pier. I'm on this little outcropping thing right here. And yeah, like I said, they got a potty out here. I bet you people come out here, go fishing and things like that, and they got to go potty. And people were going potty in the water off the edge, hanging it out, doing a little hangover, and going potty into the water. It was probably unsightly for some guests. Probably inappropriate exposure of body parts and. But yeah, look at these. These aren't like wooden posts or concrete. They look like they're steel reinforced pipes, and I wonder how deep they go down into the water, and they're angled ever so. It's kind of creepy. This is a big long pier. Some young men fishing there with their poles in the water, catch them some fishes. Anyway, it's kind of fun talking to my aunt today because she's born and raised in that little town in Emporia. She came and lived with us for a few months in the 70s, like the early 70s, and caught her first view of a freeway and said, nope, that's it, and she went back. She wasn't having it. We were way too quick out here, way too fast. Life was moving way too fast out here on the West Coast in SoCal for Aunt Judy. But it's fun to go back and visit her there because it's such a peaceful existence. Okay, we're almost to the end right here. The Imperial Beach Kitchen, it says on that thing over there. All right, here we are at the very tip, the tippy tip. Well, actually, the tippy tip's right there, but we're almost at the tippy tip in front of this building right here that's out to sea, out at the sea here. And there's a cool sign right here that tells you kind of all about the history of the pier. And it looks as though the first pier was built in 1909, which was just right down the street. This isn't it. This one's pretty old too, and it's been destroyed multiple times by waves and storms, winter storms and things like that. Right here behind these kegs, you've got like an apparatus that goes down like with a motor hoist. There's a big motor hoist right there that drops these stairs and things down, and you can, I guess, if you needed to get down to the water level. Oh, they've got some lobster traps right there. I think that's what that is. And then yeah, you can, that thing will hoist down, and you can maybe for emergency reasons or whatever, but it's kind of neat. There we go, looking deep into the ocean, deep into the west. There's this big yellow restaurant here. We're gonna walk around and just get a good look. Oh, look, here's some seaweed and bait and things like that right there. We're at the very tippy. Oh, this is the very tippy tip. The very tippy tip of the pier. You can't go any further than this. Whoa. The tippy tip. Well, there's a lure and some stuff hanging there, ready to catch some fish on the end of that pole. We can look out into the wild blue yonder, literally. It's kind of greenish brown. All the way over there. Oh, look at this, says the Bonsai Pipeline, Oahu, Hawaii, is 2,609 miles that way. It's that way. Oh, look, you can see the Coronado Islands too. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. There's a shape of an island out there. It's kind of hazy today. Can't see out very far. Oh, there's some bait. Some fish bait waiting to be used for catching. Oh, there's some swells coming in. Oh, look at that. Look at that thing. That's like a grappling hook right there. Like Batman uses. All right. Fishing people all over. Let's take a peek inside here. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Oh, it's very fishy smelling in here. Hey. Hey, are you still here? Thanks for watching. That's it. We're done. Hey, if you liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. But I'm glad you're here. I can't believe you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. All right? I don't know what we're doing. I'll see you then. Thanks. Thanks for calling.